And welcome back to The Real Story with Brian Miller. Here to talk more about the Hotel 33 legend is Detective James McCarthy of the Williamsport, Pennsylvania Police Department. How you doing today, Detective?
Fine, thank you.
All right, so let's get right into it. You're here today to talk about this urban legend, the Hotel 33 mystery. In your own words, can you tell us what happened?
Uh, yeah, I can. I just want to preface this with there's some things I can't go into in depth because there's ongoing investigations internally within my department. I myself am facing disciplinary procedures in connection with this, so there's certain things, like I said, I feel comfortable talking about, and other things that I can't delve too far into, but I'll do best to answer your questions as best I can.
I understand. Just tell us whatever you can.
Okay. Well, we had a tragedy in our police family where one of our detectives passed away under unusual circumstances. There's the official version of what happened, and there's the version that is very suspicious, of what happened. I myself was personally involved in it, and kind of an emotional subject to talk about, being we lost one of our department members in connection with this. But let's see here. Where can I start? We had a detective that was interviewing some suspects in connection with missing persons and whereabouts unknown. And during the interview, the video that we have, which is in all our interview rooms, blacked out. Very unusual considering the fact that we have state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line interviewing video recording equipment, because it is used in court cases, and we can't have any lag time or any issues with date and time stamps, because people do give statements to us on video. And for some inexplicable reason, the video blacked out, and when the video turned back on, the department member was deceased at that time. So we don't know exactly what happened in the moments, directly preceding this happened.
You mentioned that there's an official story, and then you mentioned there's your story. What do you think happened?
Well, I don't, I'm a public servant, and I don't want to, be labeled as a kook or a person that believes in things that most people put in the realm of science fiction. But there's definitely some strange goings on in our town. Obviously, everyone knows the legend, and we grew up with it. If you grew up from around here, and in this particular incident is just one more chapter in an ongoing saga that I don't know if it's ever going to close the book on, and if the end chapter will be written, of death and destruction that has plagued this city.
Can you tell us a little more about the legend of Hotel 32?
Hotel 32, absolutely. Hotel 32 legend developed when the grand opening of this very high-end hotel, which was built in our city, had an opening party, at which time 32 people went missing, never to be seen or heard from again. From there, the legend developed as Hotel 32. It's inexplicable where they went, their whereabouts are still unknown, and the case is left open for the missing persons cases that were reported for that incident. Now, if you grew up in this area, you would know that that was the land lay vacant for a while, and nobody wanted to go up there, except for the older kids who would use that as a threat against you or to bully you, saying that they would take you up to the hotel. And everyone knew what they meant by that nothing good would happen when you went up to the hotel. So that's how the legend, when people in this area grew up with it, and this is what they know about it.
Now, you grew up in town. Do you have any personal history of the site?
Again, other than what I mentioned on earlier, and I can remember being threatened by older kids that they were going to take you up there and leave you up there. Personal brush with this, I do know two kids who kind of defied Hotel 32's legend and went up there, and they played around in the hotel or whatever they did, graffitied it or broke windows, and once they came back, within 1 week, both of the children were dead in a strange boating accident. So most people say that it was the Hotel 32 that reached out to them beyond and caused their demise.
Now, I know you said you get part of an internal investigation, but what can you tell me about the night Detective Kaminsky died?
Okay, I was the on-call detective, and when suspects were brought in, I did an informal interview with them, get some background information with them, and their reactions were not typical reactions that people have when they're trying to explain the whereabouts of their missing friends or what might have happened to them. The person in question, very vacant eyes, kind of like a shark's eyes, not showed no emotion when I asked them questions and tried to be probative in my questioning. I was more than happy to turn over the questioning to the secondary detective who was going to do a more in-depth investigation on it. Of course, we all know what happened to them, and as far as the disciplinary, I'm under investigation because I was in the building at the time, and somehow the individual, after the death of the detective, was able to leave a locked room, go out a secure building where you normally have to get buzzed in and out of to get out of the interview rooms, leave the station, all the while there was a desk crew on duty, which didn't leave their posts. There were other people in the hallway, and nobody remembers this person exiting the building and leaving. It's not on any of our video cameras, but nonetheless, they weren't there. So,
I'm not going to imagine this is a pretty crazy event for a small town like Williamsport. Have you noticed any significant changes in the town since this happened?
Well, in these trying economic times, Williamsport likes to paint itself as the friendly village, a place where it's great to raise families, great quality of life. We love the businesses that relocate here and add to our economy. But this, of course, is a major black cloud that's been hanging over the area. So the police department, I think, is looking for scapegoats at this point in order to explain what's really inexplicable as far as I'm concerned. They obviously, are looking for answers. I'm sure the city council is putting enormous pressure on the police department to come up with answers and to get this explained away. And to date, it hasn't happened. So, like I said, we still have open cases on this. The whereabouts of the suspect that's missing is still unknown. If your listeners have any information regarding this, we would appreciate them calling us at the Williamsport PD, and they can remain anonymous. They don't have to give their name, but we'd appreciate them, if they have any information, we will definitely follow up with it.
Going back to the detective's death, what did the police report say about it, and what do you think actually happened?
Well, the medical examiner made a determination of the cause of death. I am familiar with the person, always was in good spirits, always happy-go-lucky, not a care in the world. I feel that his death was brought on prematurely by some external forces. I don't have a clue as to what they are specifically, but like I said, it's very strange that this individual had a premature, untimely passing, especially during the course of a general interview that, again, was followed by even more extraordinary circumstances by someone being able to leave a secure detention area and not be seen since. So,
do you think something supernatural is at play here with all this?
I believe so. I believe that this is something that is going to not be explained anytime soon. And when there is an official version that's put out, I don't think it'll be worth. I think it'll be at the most inconclusive, and at the best, it'll be fabricated in order to appease the political parties of the town that want this just to simply go away.
So I understand that shortly after the incident, the hotel in question here burned to the ground. Early police and fire reports indicate the possibility that foul play may have been involved. Can you talk about that? Is there any follow-up to that?
Yes, I do. I'm privy to those arson reports as well, that there was arson investigators out on the scene. We have excellent investigators, both from the state of Pennsylvania that come and reviewed and our local Office of Fire Investigators. And again, inconclusive. That is what the reports say. They determined they can't find a cause and origin of the fire, which is very unusual. They always can determine the ignition point and combustion point. In this particular case, it seems to be inconclusive. Another inexplicable occurrence associated with this.
What do you think happened to the hotel?
I don't know. You hear stories of spontaneous combustion and different things that happen that are not explained. This falls into that category. If our arson investigators can't determine a cause and origin, then I'm at a loss. They're the experts in that area. I'm at a loss to explain it myself. And
is there anything else that you would like the general public to know about this case?
Well, again, I think that it's going to be one of those cases that will never come to a complete close. We'll never have official closure of it. The missing person cases from years ago are still on the books. They're still not cleared. They're still not solved. We have a number of other incidents, as I said, and some of them I'm personally involved in, that again, are still winding its way through the administrative process. And I think that this is going to be a whitewash or some type of scapegoating on the people that were working duty that night in order to blame it on human error as to how people were able to get released from a secure custody facility. And I don't think that's right. Obviously, I don't agree with it. But if that's my best guess, what's going to happen in order to clear this and try and make it go away or explain it away, they're going to use the fallback of human error.
Well, we're out of time. I just want to thank you for joining us today, Detective McCarthy. Good luck to you in the internal investigation.
I appreciate you giving me the time to talk about the little part that I could. Thanks again.
Thank you.